Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into a story that has quietly shaken the entire Korean entertainment industry. How did Lee Jun-ho, once just a hard-working idol, rise step by step to become one of Korea's most respected idol actors? In this video, we'll uncover the journey, the struggles, the turning points, and the inspiring discipline behind his transformation, all wrapped in the signature depth and emotional warmth of the Typhoon family. If you love K-drama, K-pop, or simply admire Jun-ho's incredible growth, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest updates. Let's get started. For years, people wondered how Lee Jun-ho, once a young idol struggling to survive in the hyper-competitive K-pop industry, rose with such quiet determination that one day, the entire country suddenly looked at him with new eyes. His story was never loud, never filled with scandal, never pushed by sensational marketing. Instead, it was built through a slow-burning flame of discipline, humility, and a stubborn belief that his time would come, even if the world refused to notice him at first. When fans today call him one of Korea's most respected idol actors, the title feels almost too small for the journey he walked to earn it. And yet, ironically, Jun-ho himself never once claimed he was special. He simply worked while the world slept, choosing effort over excuses, and letting his performances speak in the quiet spaces where words were unnecessary. People still remember the early years, when he was just a teenage trainee with sharp eyes and a smile that tried to hide exhaustion. He wasn't the loudest, the most attention-seeking, or the one destined to go viral overnight. But staff members often whispered that he was the kid who stays last, rehearsing until his sneakers were soaked with sweat. Even then, he carried a maturity far beyond his age, a sense of calm that made others trust him. When 2PM debuted, Jun-ho quickly became known not for flashy antics, but for the way he never allowed mistakes to pass. Whether it was dancing, singing, or stage presence, he always believed he could do better. And when challenges came, injuries, lineup pressures, personal setbacks, he never reacted with drama, choosing instead to rebuild his strength in silence. The world changed when he began acting, though. Even that transformation was anything but instant. Many idol actors face heavy criticism, but Jun-ho approached the craft with the seriousness of someone who had no intention of using his idol status as an advantage. While others used shortcuts, he started from the ground up, taking on roles that were difficult, unglamorous, and often overlooked. He studied scripts until sunrise, memorizing not just his lines, but every emotional nuance, mapping out the psychology of each character to the smallest detail. Veteran actors later revealed how shocked they were by his commitment, recalling moments where he would quietly ask directors for permission to redo scenes because he felt he could convey deeper sincerity. That attitude, never satisfied, never complacent, became the silent engine behind his evolution. His breakthrough wasn't a stroke of luck, but a culmination of years of persistence. When ordinary viewers saw him in the historical drama that changed everything, the response was immediate and intense. It wasn't simply that he acted well, which many do, but that he carried an emotional weight that felt lived in, earned, and deeply human. He portrayed characters with a raw honesty that made audiences feel as though they were watching real people, not scripted illusions. Suddenly, Korea started talking about him not as an idol trying to act, but as an actor who happened to also be an idol. That shift, subtle yet powerful, marked the moment his career crossed an invisible threshold. But if the performances were the spark, his character was the enduring fire. Industry insiders consistently describe him with words rarely used in entertainment: polite, dependable, fiercely loyal, almost painfully humble. He remembers the names of staff members that others overlook. He thanks every person on set, from the producer to the lighting assistant, with the same warmth. He never complains about long schedules. When reporters ask how he manages to stay grounded despite enormous success, he simply smiles and says, "Because I know how much further I have to go." That humility has earned him a respect that no award could quantify. The Typhoon family, as his devoted fan base lovingly calls him, witnessed every step of his transformation. They saw the moments when he pushed through injuries, when he worked on choreography alone in the practice room long after others had gone home, when he stayed after filming to thank the crew personally one by one. They saw the nights he posted simple messages of gratitude instead of boasting about achievements. They saw him evolve not because he wanted applause, but because he believed audiences deserved the best he could give. What makes his rise even more extraordinary is how unintentional it all seems. Jun-ho never sought to become an inspirational figure, yet countless young trainees now mention his name when asked who they look up to. They cite his work ethic, his resilience, and the way he transformed early skepticism into admiration without once raising his voice in protest. In a world where many newcomers chase shortcuts, Jun-ho's journey stands as a blueprint for longevity. He showed that passion without consistency is temporary, but passion built on discipline becomes unshakable. Even experienced actors who once underestimated him now speak about him with genuine respect, often remarking that he carries the spirit of an old soul in a young body. Off-screen, his quiet leadership continues to surprise many. Staff have often shared stories about how he instinctively checks on others before checking on himself. He is the type of person who notices when someone is tired, offers water to a co-star who didn't ask, or stays behind to help a crew member carry equipment. These actions rarely make headlines, yet they reflect a deeper truth. Jun-ho leads not with authority, but with kindness. And perhaps that is why people gravitate toward him. He doesn't try to captivate others. He simply moves with sincerity, and sincerity is magnetic. Fans still talk about the night he won the award that finally cemented his status as a top actor. Instead of boasting, he stood on stage with tears threatening to fall, thanking not only directors and colleagues, but also the fans who stayed during his hardest years. "I didn't come this far alone," he said in a trembling voice, "and I still have so much more to learn." That humility touched even those who weren't fans before. Many admitted they began admiring him not because of the award, but because of the way he accepted it, with gratitude instead of pride. Perhaps the most touching aspect of Jun-ho's path is the way he treats success. For many, success is a finish line. For him, it is only the beginning of another climb. During interviews, he often reveals that he fears complacency more than failure. He constantly challenges himself to portray characters with new layers, deeper emotions, and sharper realism. Whenever a drama ends, instead of celebrating blindly, he quietly reflects on what he could have done better. This self-awareness, coupled with his relentless drive, is what pushes him to surpass expectations every year. Yet despite the praise, he remains surprisingly private. He doesn't flaunt luxury or chase attention on social media. He doesn't engage in unnecessary drama or try to dominate headlines. Instead, he uses his online presence to share gratitude, reassure fans, or celebrate the accomplishments of others. Even in digital spaces, his calm and sincerity shine through. Fans often say that supporting him feels peaceful, not chaotic, not stressful, just peaceful. And that peace, that quiet strength, is something rare in an industry known for noise. Looking at his journey, it becomes clear why he is now admired not just as an idol actor,